Thought Police!
Wait, can you guys hear my guitar?
Yeah, so you should stop.
Play him in with that.
Well, now we have two guitars going, so that's wonderful.
Playing two different things. I hope you appreciate the musical stylings of Paul. That was nice. That was a nice resolution that ended on. Had a nice resolved chord.
I hope that the mic picked it up, but I'm sure we'll find out.
We'll find out, and if it didn't, we'll just pretend it never happened.
I won't. I'll think about it a lot, to be honest.
Did we start?
I think we did. let's say we did. Okay. I just want
happens every time.
I just want New Year's resolution. We need to start our podcast better, because I was going back and listening to old episodes, and I was like, Jesus Christ, we suck at opening this. It's so awkward.
Also, New Year's resolution means we need to find a way to make Logan's audio sound decent and not like Garbaggio.
You know what?
Also, New Year's resolution. We need to actually make more episodes like we said we were in the last podcast.
Yeah, well, okay. We say that every podcast, and it hasn't happened yet.
What were you going to say?
Well, that one was rough because we recorded it back in October, and then we were talking about doing a Halloween special and a Christmas episode. We're definitely going to be past 10 episodes by the time that we, in the New Year's.
Well, we're at episode 10 now, so would you look at that? We did it.
And literally 2 months later, we don't do anything. What were you going to say that you had like an epiphany?
Oh, I think I know how to record Logan's audio separately. Or not separately, but I think I know a way to make it run through something that can go through Adobe Audition that can edit his sound in real time to make him sound better.
I really regret asking you, because that was a really boring explanation.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've been looking into audio jargon lately, so I'm kind of,
Welcome to the podcast, everybody, by the way.
Am I going to what right now?
Are you going to try that right now?
No, we can't. It's too late.
You made it sound like you were going to stop.
No. Paul is sitting here waiting for interesting conversation.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm still waiting.
Paul is still waiting. Hi, everybody. So we've got a new guest on today. His name is Paul. Say hi, Paul.
Hi.
Paul has been our musical buddy for a long time now. It's funny. This was the dream band that I wanted if we were to start one. You, me, Logan, and Paul.
Yeah. I hope we can make that happen someday.
Hopefully.
I don't see why it couldn't happen.
I think we should start today.
Get fly Logan out here from Chicago, and
why not?
Yeah.
No, we'll just do it over Discord.
Oh my God.
Bedroom pop band.
Yeah, we'll just do we'll make these really shitty, like, bit crushed audio with like our audio sounds kind of decent,
lo-fi.
But lo-fi.
Yeah.
Lo-fi beats to study to.
Yeah, lo-fi beats to study and relax to.
Okay, but shit. Okay, that's not happening. He's coming here to record stuff with us at some point. We need to record an intro to this podcast and an outro, I'm thinking.
Do you know that the Gentlemen are making another song?
They are, yeah. So the Gentlemen, for anybody who doesn't know, is this group from this YouTuber named Critical, and he did this single last year called 2019 Guy. It's a good one.
It was a joke song, but it, like, unironically, it was really good. Like, it's like, because he got like a professional band to record the music, and I think the band is called Soul State, and I've never listened to them personally, but it's got a very nice, like, new metal-y sound.
Yeah.
New, like, NU. What does that mean, Paul?
It means new.
Oh, it does?
just new, yeah.
It means new.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, like, I didn't...
It's not old.
music expert.
Well, do they spell it like that on purpose? Like, is it like a stylistic
I
thing?
think it's just like, to be like kind of edgy. Like, instead of saying like NEW, NU just kind of looks cooler.
I suppose, yeah. It's
It's graphic.
I guess it does look better.
Yes.
2000.
It does look better. Roll the clip.
Oh, fuck you. We're not doing that shit again. So, Paul, last podcast, every single time, I made so much work for myself because every few minutes I would say the words roll the clip, and then I would have to put a random clip in the spot where I said that. So,
Roll the clip.
No! God damn it. It took so long. It took so much extra time than it should have. I had to render the video twice.
My favorite
What
one.
was your... Fuck.
I'm sorry, Logan. Go ahead.
What was for Paul? Have you seen that podcast? That most recent one?
I haven't seen any of the podcasts,
Yeah, he
actually.
doesn't support us like most of the rest of the world.
Like
so.
all 23 of you now at this point. Or
Yeah.
how many? 20?
23.
Oh, 23.
Yeah, it's 23.
Oh, look at that.
Well, Jeremy and Zach, not Paul. What was your guys' favorite clip from the roll the clip? Like the random roll the clip.
Mine was definitely when it was a clip I found of some guy who was he was photocopying his ass and then he fell through the copier, and that was and the way Jeremy spliced it up was really funny. So that was undoubtedly that was my favorite at least.
I think I like that one the best too. I don't think any of them made me laugh as much as that one.
The one with the lawnmower I feel like kind of was like a little too long. Like I feel like it was
Yeah. I made that roll for longer on purpose.
The one that got me the most by far was the one where, like, Jeremy said, like, I just need a little inspiration. Roll the clip, and then there's a dog that's like,
Oh yeah, my brother's wife, my sister-in-law sent me that one night, and I had never like knee-jerk laughed so hard at something. Like my entire body like flew forward, and I was just it was just like, what is, like, is he okay? It was just like, because first it was just like, and then the owner was just like, whoa, you all right? And he just, like he sounds like it sounds like that one scene in Lord of the Rings when Gimli is like emerging from the snow in the avalanche. Roll the clip.
Okay, we can roll that clip. That's fine.
Yeah, but yeah, that was I don't know. I wish they weren't so hard to edit because I love making little like tiny edits like that.
Okay, well, there's good news. I have good news.
What's the good
There's good news I have.
Oh, I still have my
That's good.
See, I still have a guitar pick behind my ear. See, I forgot about it.
I still haven't told them the good news.
What's the good news?
Okay, so the good news is I found some okay, this is another boring explanation, so I'll just speed this up in post and make it go at 2 times speed. Ready, set, go.
Okay, so I found this new Adobe Audition audio presets that I can use and just automatically apply to the clip, the entire audio session after it's done, so they automatically apply, and that's a lot less work for me in post.
That's good because you're the sole editor, and so
Yeah, well,
I feel kind of bad about saying something like "roll the clip." Enough.
God damn it.
But I don't feel bad now because you have these nifty editing tools. that
Yeah,
you learned.
well, it still takes a while. Well, it's fine. I've got time.
Yeah.
until the day that our dreams are achieved and we somehow have an office and a dedicated editing computer where I can also help and learn.
A soundproof room and mics that aren't USB. What? Yeah.
Support us on Patreon.
Yeah, please.
We don't have a Patreon.
We don't. Well, we don't yet. No, I'm kidding. We can't start a Patreon with 23 subscribers. Who the fuck's gonna donate?
That would, I mean, if all 23 of them donated, that's like, what is it? What is Patreon? $5 a month?
Yeah.
Well, like, what's the max it can go to? Is that the max? $5 a month?
I think it can go up, but what kind of assholes would we be if we asked all 23 people, 3 of them, which are me, you, and Logan, to pay $5 a month?
Oh, so we really only have 20 subscribers. Then okay, yeah.
21. Oh yeah, 20.
I mean, I don't know. What is that? Like, oh god, I'm actually not gonna attempt the math right now because I panic.
For 20 times 5?
Why not? It's fucking.
Okay, so 20 times 5 is
100.
This is rich.
Okay, yeah, 20 times 5 is 100, so that's $100 a month.
Yeah. You can buy a third microphone.
Yeah.
We could buy a third microphone in one fell swoop. Maybe like some throw pillows, so we don't need to. So we can stop sitting on these uncomfortable stools.
Yeah, well.
We'll get some DX racers. I hate DX racers. Have you ever sat in one?
No, I haven't.
They're like what's the most like overhyped, overpriced thing in the world? Because it's
Gucci?
Well, I mean Gucci is pretty.
Kanye?
What is it?
Kanye himself? Is that what you meant?
Yep. Just Kanye.
Kanye.
But well, whatever the most like not worth it thing ever is, that's DX Racer is that of the chair world. It's like
I have like a Chinese knockoff DX Racer that I don't sit in.
Hey,
What?
Paul.
Yes.
I have to interject because of the delay. Didn't you meet Kanye one time?
I
Or see
did.
him?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
how,
didn't-
how the fuck did we forget about
Yeah,
that?
he came to my school.
Well, I didn't.
Oh, okay. You set that up just for that.
No. I wanted to hear about it. Okay.
You want to hear about Kanye?
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's on YouTube. Maybe you could find the clip of it, but he essentially came into our school uninvited, jumped up on a table in a classroom and went on like a 20-minute rant about like Elon Musk and how we have to leave him alone and all the words that shouldn't exist in the dictionary.
does Elon Musk get bullied a lot? Like
I don't know what's going on.
Okay,
but,
well,
like,
people shit on Elon Musk a lot because he's kind of like a meme lord a little bit. He's kind of like a fucking like wubba lubba dub dub. There is no God kind of guy, and I think
He's a shit poster.
yeah, and I think people make fun of him for that. So
He is a pretty diabolical shit poster. That's all. I don't really follow him on anything, but
he's not. The other thing is he's not funny, so it's kind of like just awkward.
he's like Tony Stark with like none of the personality.
Yeah.
Is kind of what I'm getting from. Oh man, I've never really watched.
Actually, no, that's exactly what he is.
I thought he was really funny on the Joe Rogan podcast though. Like,
Yeah.
isn't that kind of like where he like got his not his start
That's
with
where you
like
get a blunt.
yeah, he did hit a blunt. That's
Oh,
yeah, watch that.
that's bad. Drugs are bad, dude.
Yeah, the
Hey,
meme.
weed's legal, man.
Yeah, in our state, not in yours.
It's not legal in Illinois.
On.
What?
No, I don't think so.
It's decriminalized.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, good for you.
Nice. Enjoy that weed, Logan.
But we didn't mention where on YouTube they could find that clip of Kanye.
You could just post it.
Yeah, but no. Okay, so you go to College for Creative Studies.
Yeah. You just
Um,
look up Kanye College for Creative Studies table rant.
Yeah.
It's a conglomeration of all the kids with their smartphones taking videos of it consolidated into one video.
I'm looking it up right now.
So
I wanna
yeah,
watch
if
it.
you want to find that, then that's where you can find that. There's one thing I really wanted to talk about on this podcast that I thought was super interesting, but also kind of pathetic and also kind of hilarious. So recently I found out that somebody in the UK is listening to this podcast. So if you're out there, please comment because I want to talk to you and figure out how the hell you found this, first of all. And second of all, why did you call into a local radio station and recommend our podcast? Thank you. But it's really funny because some dude from the UK commented on our first episode and he was like, I heard about this podcast on talk radio and it's a bunch of rubbish. They
Yeah.
talk very highly of your podcast, but all I see is 20 viewers and horrible audio. And I was like,
I mean, he's not wrong.
I was like, I mean, I couldn't defend it because, like, you know,
it's pretty objective if I say so.
it's pretty true. But
Also, the first podcast is like,
the worst one,
I'd say first is the worst.
we
yeah.
were drunk on vodka and I didn't know what I was doing. We were in a hotel and there was a lot of echo. And there were no amount of editing was going to save that one. So
I spilled lemonade on Jeremy's keyboard, so it was really sticky. So that was like one of the worst. Insert the is that why your keyboard was sticky? Insert that. I'm glad that one guy in England liked the podcast though.
I just think that's crazy though. Like, okay, yeah, we've been doing this for almost a year now, so that's kind of cool. But we only have 20 subscribers. How is it that one of them is some random dude from the UK? How did you come across this? Like, what?
Dude, the YouTube algorithm is weird, man. Like I just I got recommended a video in my videos we think you'd like section. It was the top 10 or the top 20 most brutal sumo wrestling knockouts in history.
Okay, but
one of them was black and white footage too, so it was like of all time.
Do
you know
all
how
history? One was a painting.
Yeah, one was a painting.
do you know how many views it had? Did it have like it probably had over 1,000 though, right?
What, the sumo wrestling one?
Yeah.
Oh, it had like 15 million.
Okay, well yeah, that's why. But and you watch those street beefs on YouTube, so it's
I
kind
love
of
street beefs.
it's relevant to what.
But no,
to your
this is
interests.
before I started watching street beefs.
Oh, okay.
So it's like the YouTube algorithm makes like close to 0 cents, I think. Like, I don't know how it works.
But at the same time, that video had 5 million views. We get like 20 views. So how the fuck
In a month.
There's no way the YouTube algorithm spat that out on some British dude's computer. There's no way.
Maybe he
You know
was.
what is interesting though? I was looking back on all of the videos in the channel, and the most viewed one has like 183 views, and it's the reaction to Grown Ups Funniest Scene video.
Yeah.
Is it really?
What?
Yeah. I think it's because React is such a huge thing on YouTube. You know, like this.
Grown Ups is like an actual movie.
Yeah, I think that video has mostly dislikes because I think it was people actually looking for a legitimate reaction, like people who like the movie maybe, and they saw that and they were like, "Why is this guy making fun of grown-ups?"
I think the Renaissance vlog has a lot of views.
That has 200, I think.
Really?
Yeah,
Where did you post that on? What channel?
it's on our channel.
I don't think it is. I'm looking for it. I can't find it.
It is.
It's there.
I promise it's there.
The last video was
Oh,
uploaded.
I was wrong. 198 views on the Renaissance video.
Yeah, I think that one has like 10 more views than the grown-ups reaction one. So yeah, what the fuck? 200 people. Why haven't you subscribed?
We have 24 subscribers now.
Oh shit, dude!
We got a new subscriber as we were doing this, I think.
So we said we were gonna make a 20 subscriber special. That kind of didn't happen, but we made like a little promo thing. So I'll probably either stick it at the beginning of this video or just make it a separate video or some shit.
I completely forgot what I was going to say. Actually, no, we said we were going to do a lot of things that we didn't do, like the Christmas, Halloween, and Thanksgiving podcast specials.
Yeah,
We didn't do any of
this
those.
is a channel of dead promises. But then again, everybody fucking does Halloween and Christmas specials. Like you see those all over the place. So
Yeah. Who's expecting a January 10th special?
Not me, that's for
who the-
sure.
Yeah.
Should do an Epiphany special.
What does that mean?
It's just an obscure holiday.
Whoa.
It's over special.
We'll do a Festivus special.
Yeah, we should do that.
Let's do a Martin Luther King Jr. special for next Monday.
So it's pretty common knowledge that he plagiarized "I Have a Dream," that speech. You know?
Did he?
He did. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Who did?
Martin Luther King Jr.
What do you mean he plagiarized it?
He did. He plagiarized
Who'd he
it.
steal
From
it
who?
I don't know. Let me look it up.
I'm getting research to Google this.
I'm gonna beat you to it.
Uh-oh. Gonna look like a fool on the podcast in front of 20 people. Your pants are down in front of 24 people. Way to make me feel better about it. That's like,
Assuming they watch it.
I was gonna say that's like 20. That makes me feel like 40% better, but now it doesn't.
Maybe he didn't actually.
Wow. Pants down, live on stream.
I thought he absolutely did, but
I've never heard of that.
I mean, I like to think he didn't.
I just found this article that's saying like, I mean, I'm not taking this. I'm taking it with a grain of salt because the headline of the article is "Bummer." ... Martin Luther King Jr. stole "I Have a Dream" speech from Black Republican.
That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, that sounds
like BS. Yeah.
Well, it's my I reject your reality and substitute my own. Martin Luther King was a dirty plagiarist. Is that even a word?
plagiarist.
It is a word.
Okay, thank you, Paul. Yeah,
Good thing we have a dictionary here.
I think we have a guitar playing thesaurus dictionary.
Thesaurus dictionary.
The thesaurus is
That's to find synonyms of
synonyms.
things.
I couldn't think of the word.
Can you find antonyms in a thesaurus? Okay.
An antonym is like the exact opposite of the word. Right?
Why isn't there a separate book for antonyms? just in case.
I don't know. You could ask Kanye about that.
I'm sure he'd have an answer.
He carries a dictionary in his pocket.
Does he?
Legit, yes, he does.
Why?
Like, did you get to speak to Kanye?
No, he spoke to all of us. We weren't allowed to say anything.
Yeah, I
to
feel
him.
like nobody could have gotten a word in edgewise anyway.
No.
Well, didn't you say, what did
Speaks
he,
to your heart.
what was it he said he talked about? Just like how Detroit is the future or something like that?
Yeah, he said, well, he had never heard of our school, but he came in and told us we were the greatest design school of all time
So
on Earth.
how the fuck did he find out about College for Creative Studies in Detroit, Michigan, if he had never heard of it?
Oh, one of my teachers, I guess, like, I think he works for, like, I think he works for, like, Quicken Loans, and Kanye, for some reason, was there, and they were just like, go show him the school you work at, and, like, they're like, okay, and then he came into the school, bypassed all the security, and jumped on a table, and
I just want to say
came in and left, basically. It was, like, really quick. I don't know. It's really strange.
that is strange.
Yeah.
I just want to say fuck Quicken Loans, by the way.
Why? Oh, because they denied your internship.
Yeah, they did. I applied to intern with them.
Well, now
and
that you said that, they won't give you your...
yeah,
if you
well,
apply
I'm not
again.
applying there anymore. Yeah, so fuck them. But yeah, they're not gonna hear this. 24 people.
I don't know. I feel like Dan Gilbert might be the 24th subscriber. He might...
Shit. I'm just looking at local businesses, and I came across this podcast. I don't think that's what happened at all. Can you even call this a business? We don't make any money off of
We don't
this.
make money, so.
Do you have to make? What about a nonprofit?
Can we register this as a non-profit organization?
I mean, I don't see why we could.
We just have
or
to
why
go
we couldn't.
through. Yeah, we just have to go through paperwork.
Also, full disclaimer, I guess Martin Luther King Jr. did not plagiarize I Have a Dream. I don't know what the hell I was talking about. I don't remember where I heard that. I thought I read it from a really credible source, but
Probably read it.
yeah, probably read it. Yeah, I just had to fact check myself, and because I don't want to be the guy who's like he told me that Martin Luther King plagiarized I Have a Dream or Jr. But I don't want to be a guy like Dallas from high school.
gonna put this up.
Yeah. One time when I was in high school, some kid told me that if you masturbate enough and hard enough, you can actually change your blood type, which is.
I know a guy who did it.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
He went
It's
from
real.
O negative to AB positive. I don't want to be one of those guys who's like he thinks that he plagiarized it, so but that's like I think that it's more credible to say that MLK Jr. plagiarized that speech than to say that if you jerk off enough, you can change the blood in your body.
I don't know. I'd believe the jerk off thing, but I wouldn't believe the MLK thing.
That's wow.
Yeah,
That's
just me though. I don't know about you.
yeah. The kid that told me was like really fervent about it. Also, he was like dead set on it, and I was like a freshman at the time, and I wasn't trying to argue with him. I was like, oh, okay.
What does he do now?
I don't know. I think he makes coffee or something.
Just in his home. He just turns on the Keurig.
And that's what he does.
Pours the coffee and then leaves.
I wish you were here, Logan, because we're gonna go to a really cool bar after this and
Beer.
and drink some beer.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
I do like beer.
Yeah. Are you
I
in?
love going to bars. Like, bars and breweries are some of my favorite places
Pubs.
to be. Like, if I'm exploring a city.
Oh yeah. No, pubs are good too. And remember that we got so lucky when we found that one really sleepy bar in Chicago and we were waiting for our reservation at the sushi restaurant.
Yes.
There was that one guy when we were sitting there who came up to us and told us about a Family Guy bit that he thought was really funny. I don't know. They just kind of.
It was weird.
I love it when people do that. When they just assume that everybody loves like the dumb TV show they watch, and you're just like, guys, I saw this hilarious Family Guy bit. And it's
Like he came marching up to us. Like he was
did.
he came like a cry. We were the only people in there. Also, that was what made it kind of concerning. Is like he was just waiting for some patron to come in that he could tell Family Guy stuff about.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got real chummy with that bartender. We talked to him a lot.
Yeah, he was cool.
Yeah, he was a good dude. I mean, we were the only people in there once again. So, and then was that before or after karaoke? Was sushi after karaoke?
Sushi was before karaoke.
Yes, karaoke was the last thing we did before we got on the subway, and
Went back to Logan's cozy apartment,
no,
cozy Chicago
he
home.
lives in the
We
subway.
slept on the subway.
Yeah,
Don't you remember?
we've been over
You
this.
slept on the subway?
Yeah, that's Logan's home. We've been over
yeah.
this. If you had listened to the last podcast, Paul, you know that.
Oh yeah, I forgot that. Even I forgot about that.
Yeah. But speaking of beer and bars that are interesting to go to in new places, Paul just got back from a little known place. Tell him where you came from, Paul.
Middle Earth.
Right.
No, the UK, the United Kingdom.
Basically Middle Earth. Honestly.
Yeah, it looks like it, but yeah.
Yeah, so the land of the guy who listens to this podcast.
Yeah,
there you go.
I might have told him about it. Maybe. Well, that's unlikely because I've never listened to this podcast.
Oh, also, what was that kid's name that wanted the 20 subscriber special? Your friend, Mason.
Oh, Mason. Yeah.
Mason, here you go, buddy. This is for you.
I'm gonna play some noises like those party things, the things. There you go. That's for you, Mason. Hope you're happy.
Have you ever seen Party Blower Baby?
Yes, I was trying to find that when I was doing the roll the clip last time.
Oh, really?
I tried so hard to find that, and I couldn't find it. I typed in like party popper baby cry, and nothing came up. And
I bet you I could find it for you right now by searching exactly that.
you
thing.
probably could, but I looked all over the place. Well, I looked for about 5 seconds and then gave up.
Party
realistically,
popper baby cry.
Okay, but anyway, Paul needs to talk more about England because I brought it up so that it could be a topic of discussion, and then we immediately glazed over.
about my several months in London.
In London, yeah.
What questions you have?
I just want to know, like, what was the best beer you had?
The best beer.
How the fuck did you find it so easily?
It kills me.
I had a
I'm
really.
sorry. Go ahead. Paul.
I had a really good beer in Devon. It's this.
Is it like a backwoods?
No. There's not a lot of wood. Well, I mean, there are some woods, but like.
Well, not actually.
Yeah.
You know what I mean by backwoods, like.
No, it's very rural. I went to my friend's farm, and
Okay.
he took me around. We went to this bar, this pub. That's how they say it over there. To
Yeah.
get some fish and chips, and had some really good beer. I can't even remember the name of it. I took a picture of it. I'll let you know later.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, the best beer I had was not in London.
Yeah, I could see that.
You've been to the UK, haven't you?
Yeah, well, I mean, I've told the story about how I lived in Scotland for 4 months. Yeah, I went to London for a weekend. We kind of just went to a couple of bars, but we didn't really do a whole lot there.
Apparently, I was told by my British friend Max. Well, one of my friends anymore, but
Oh, Max,
yeah, he told me that I guess like walking down the street and eating fish and chips like as you're walking is like the most British thing you can do.
Yeah.
Like walking down the streets of London, eating fish and chips out of the basket. So
I've never seen that. But
I've always
like,
wanted to do that.
I walked through Marseille, France with a pizza on my hand once, and some lady yelled at me in French to give her the pizza. She was like, "Monsieur, pizza!" And I was like, "What the fuck you think I'm just gonna give this to you?"
I mean,
But then again, Marseille, France is like the murder capital of France, and like people just like kill you in alleyways and shit. So
just like
she could have taken the pizza from me and just killed me.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's where the Count of Monte Cristo was. If you've ever read that book,
He had a sword.
he did have a sword, so he'd be fine.
He
but
fit in.
I
Yeah.
would not have been fine. I would have been killed in a second in that city. But I'm glad I made it out alive, and we're all good.
What was
That makes one of us.
Oh,
what's the murder capital of America? Isn't it Flint, Michigan?
No, it
I think
used to be
might be
Detroit.
Michigan.
Now it's like St. Louis or something.
wait,
really?
St. Louis, Michigan?
No, St. Louis,
Missouri.
Missouri.
okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say St. Louis, Michigan is a pretty shitty place too. So
I didn't even know there was a St. Louis, Michigan. We're all in
Yeah.
Michigan, by the way, except for Loman, who's in Chicago.
they know that we've like I said on the last podcast. If you had listened, We doxed ourselves so many times on this podcast.
It's true. Let's
Everybody knows probably our exact location.
Not mine.
Not yours, but they can probably assume you live close to me and Zach.
They know I'm in your house right now.
That's true. So if they're planning an orbital strike right now as we speak, then you're dead too. So,
oh yeah, you're right. St. Louis, Missouri.
Yeah.
It's that's number 1, and then number 2 is Baltimore, Maryland. Number 3 is Detroit, Michigan.
how is Flint not worse than Detroit? Like they're probably killing each other over water and shit at this point.
No, I mean, I was in Flint last week actually.
Did you die?
No. I mean, it's I don't know.
Did you get kill streaked?
No, I just drove through there.
Oh.
Interesting story.
Logan, you were going to say something to me. What was it? Now that I have time for you.
Something else.
Oh, okay.
Wait, Zach, what did you say were the top like deadliest cities in America?
Number 3 was Detroit. Number 2 was Baltimore, Maryland, and then number 1 is St. Louis, Missouri.
Yeah, that's so interesting because people always talk about like Chicago and the guns. You're gonna die there, and like that's kind of a running joke in my family too. Like my parents and my brothers, they always say like, "Oh, you're going back to Chicago? Like, better get your Glock out." Like, it's just a joke. But and like actually, not too long ago, like 2 months ago maybe, or like a month and a half ago, the subway station that we actually got on when we were going to eat sushi, going by my apartment, somebody was shot and killed there.
Oh man.
And it was 10 minutes before I like walked there. And so like, I don't know. And Chicago is often talked about with like gun violence and just violence in general, but yet it didn't make that top 3 list. And I mean, people talk about Detroit, you know, like being kind of rough, but I mean, I guarantee that if at least from where I grew up, if someone said they were going to Chicago, it'd be like, oh my God, be careful. Whereas if Detroit, they'd be like, oh, you better be careful. But like not nearly as strong of a reaction.
I think a big part of that is the gangs in Chicago back in like, what was it, like the 30s when who was that guy?
Al Capone?
Al Capone, yeah.
I mean, we had gangs here too.
Yeah, but
Detroit.
they weren't Al Capone.
They worked with Al Capone. Like the Purple Gang?
Oh, well, I don't know what that is, so...
You know, apparently a friend of mine, she is related, or was related to Al Capone's bookkeeper. And Al Capone went to jail for tax evasion, as we all know. So, essentially, if we follow the dotted line here, Al Capone went to prison because my friend's relative was shitty at his job and didn't cook his books well enough. I mean, is that it? I mean, I guess you could kind of put that together, yeah.
I mean, I think it was because he's committing crimes and the FBI really wanted him.
Well, I mean, it's true, but I forgot. That's kind of like, that was like a loophole.
They pinned him on the financial crimes because they couldn't prove that he was murdering people.
Well, then, yeah, essentially, like if my friend's relative cooked his books better, they wouldn't be able to prove that. But alas,
what a shame.
Yeah, I know. I want some beer.
Be here today.
You what?
I said he could still be here today.
Oh, yeah. Well...
He's still on Alcatraz. They never let him out of his cell.
It's true. His ghost haunts Alcatraz. I want some delicious alcohol right now, so I'm saying we give this a little close the book on this podcast.
All right.
Like the bookkeeper.
Like the bookkeeper, yeah.
All
We're
right.
going to close it out with a picture of Jeremy standing in front of Alcatraz.
Wait,
fun.
don't we don't have a picture.
I actually do have a picture.
We do have a picture of that. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Wait, you really do?
Yeah.
You guys went to Alcatraz?
Yeah, it's
They were there for 15 years, actually.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. After I hit that policeman with my car.
Was that before or after community college?
That was, well, community college is now. I just got out of Alcatraz, if you remember.
I'm sorry, they took your phone away. We didn't speak for a long time. How's that supposed to know?
I don't know. I just kind of thought you'd be able to put together the pieces based on the timeline, but
that's enough, Jeremy.
Okay, so that's enough for this podcast. I know I say this every time, but we're gonna start doing these more because I want to do this more, and I'm not a big idiot anymore, and I do have time to do this. So
Who's our sponsor?
our sponsor this week is
Cheez-Its.
Cheez-Its.
Oh, I love Cheez-Its.
I hate Cheez-Its. I'm sorry, Cheez-Its. I don't like you.
Well,
guys.
you shouldn't be saying that because they're our sponsor this week.
I don't like cheesy snacks. I don't like X flavored Y snacks where it's like for example like peanut butter flavored ice cream. Like I just like it's like if I want peanut butter flavored something, I'll just eat peanut butter. It's like you don't got to make that ice cream form.
What, you don't like cheesy crackers? You don't like cheese on crackers?
Like if you want to like shred some cheese off the block and throw it on a Ritz cracker, I'm not going to complain. But if it's like just like cheesy dust on a just like dipped in like a cracker have that like dipped it. What is this sentence? If you want to like dip a cracker into a cheesy dust and be like, oh yeah, this is flavoring. I don't know. I don't even like seasoning my steaks too much. I just like salt and pepper, like to season it.
You know, to be fair, I did eat a lot of Cheez-Its in college, and they do kind of have like this chemical like aftertaste to them. So honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and say, fuck you, Cheez-Its. Never sponsor us again.
I can want me to ruin Cheez-Its for you really quick.
Yeah.
So I was in a class one time, and somebody, I don't know how we started talking about this, but somebody's brother was a brain surgeon, and he had to obviously saw the skull open, and he said it smelled just like Cheez-Its.
I've heard that before.
I've heard Cheez-Its and Cool Ranch Doritos.
I don't think that ruins it for me though.
Yeah,
I could eat a human brain.
You know, and
like do some like Khaleesi shit. Like,
oh, yeah, like
I have to eat the brain. She ate the heart, but
apparently human brains smell like Doritos, right?
Yeah, as well. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
I
thought-
thought in high school, right?
Yeah, it was in Mr. Wrinkle's class.
Oh yeah.
oh, I think you told me that too.
Well, it was more like it's like the sawdust of the skull cavity smells like Cool Ranch Doritos.
Yeah.
I'll never eat Cool Ranch Doritos.
I thought you were gonna say, you know, that scene in Game of Thrones where she eats the heart was real. I thought you were gonna say that. I really did.
Oh, that was real.
That was not real.
Well, now I don't believe
No,
you.
it was made gummy bears.
I know, but the
Really?
Yeah.
yeah. What
That's
was
kind
or
of
whatever.
disgusting, though.
what
Yeah,
was
I'd eat the shit out of a gummy bear heart.
But you have to eat that big of a gummy bear? You couldn't do it.
it's true. Like you know what was real was when Leonardo DiCaprio ate the bison liver in The Revenant. That was real.
Oh yeah.
He got
maybe like froze himself too.
yeah, he got like real sick after that. I mean, understandably.
Now he's dead.
Yeah, rest in peace, Leonardo DiCaprio. He won the Oscar for that though, so
Yeah, well,
It's because
not
he
as
came back to
impressive.
life after he died from eating the
Oh.
bison liver.
Oh, is that how? Okay, I was
Yeah.
gonna say it's not that impressive.
He's
if
not really
he
back
did.
to life. He's more of a
He got
revenant.
killed by a bear, basically.
he's more of a
so-
revenant.
He's more of a revenant. That's the title of the episode. He's more of a revenant. Let's go. Let's end this podcast.
I like fuck you, Cheez-Its more. Or
We can't use swears in the title.
fine, Cheez-Its is the worst sponsor.
Okay.
Cheez-Its is
Please
the
tell me
worst.
we ended this.
No, okay, we're about to end it now.
All right, bye everyone.
Bye.
Smash that like button.
Bye.